Hey, good morning to you. It's Tuesday in May. Last week. Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? Hope everyone is having a good Tuesday. Hope you slept well. Hope your Monday was great. Hope you had enough of barbecue to eat. It was pretty much peaceful here. Didn't have much barbecue, but that's okay too. I'm still alive. That's the most important thing. You're alive. Hey, you got the two events coming up. Hope that you will participate. June 21st through the 23rd. The annual mentoring camping trip. Join the Man Project for a weekend camping trip, empowering young males with outdoor survival skills and team building. Camping trip highlights archery, canoeing, fishing, swimming, as well as tug of war. Spread the word, encourage others to donate and sponsor. Donate supplies. Your contributions make it possible for youth to have a transformative experience. Become a financial supporter. Companies can support by sponsoring this event, gain visibility, and make differences in the community. Let's make this camping trip an incredible experience. Follow us for updates and more information and tips in the coming weeks about camping safety and the reasons experience like these are necessary for growing young men. So please, if you can, reach into your pockets. You can register at www.eventbrite.com. Mentoring. I think this is the fourth or the fifth year that they have, the Man Project has done this, Richard Cade. So get in touch with him, please. Also, coming up in November, Smash Bros. Smash Bros. Radio, as well as OZZz, are proud sponsors of the Southern Bully Showdown 2. It is being presented by 1888 Bully Kennel. And so it's at November 9th, Bessemer Civic Center. And there will be 4 ICBR shows. This is a way of getting out, especially those who are interested in purchasing an authentic, a paper canine. What you have to keep in mind, you pay for whatever you pay for. So this is a way for you to come out, you to support the Bully Nation. This is a way for you to come out and to just enjoy yourself. If you wish to be a sponsor, if you're a donator, benefactor, food trucks, vendors, there's still spaces that are open. So please get in touch with Dewan, and you can get in touch with him at 205-460-6435. 205-460-6435. Get in touch with him. Is just a way of getting out and just understanding. And then this way too, if you are a breeder or if you have a kennel, this is a way for you to do your network. And Dewan has taught, I think I've known Dewan for about 4 or 5 years. So he has taught me that when it comes to the kennel, when it comes to breeding, it's a science that is involved in it. There are procedures that reputable kennels and breeders go through. It's not just, you have the dogs have sex and then they produce. There's much more involved in it than just that, because you have to make sure that the mama is always healthy. The mama is always exercising. You have to make sure that she's getting the vitamin. Also, when you, and for those of you not familiar, you have a stud and you have a bitch. And the stud is a male and the bitch is a female. So finding out too. It's just like when you were in science class, you did those, what is it, the fruit flies, where you did the DNA. So you see a stud, you see a male dog that one kennel has, and you're about to breed your female, and there's certain characteristics that this male has coupled with what your female has, and so you breed them so that way these characteristics, these elements or genes are mixed together, and you come out with a different breed, or you come out with a different color. So please come out. It's the Southern Bully Showdown Annual 2, November 9th from 2024 at the Bessemer Civic Center. So please come out. We appreciate you. Also, if you need keys, for anything, if you want keys made, please get in touch with Dominique Waters at 205-997-0071, 205-997-0071. Emergency Key Services. Get in touch with him. He can provide you with the keys, can also swap out keys or whatever. So please get in touch with Dominique Waters, Locksmith, 205-997-0071. So get in touch with them. So also, as I mentioned earlier, if you have, how many times have you gone to a restaurant and you've always had to send the utensils back because they were dirty, or you had to polish them because of stains or whatever? Well, I have something for you. It's called Forked Again. They come in different styles, different colors. You can get them laser engraved. They come with the come in this little package. Then you have the little. They come in their own little wrap, and then when you untie it and you roll it out. Now I chose black, of course. Anyone who knows me knows that if anything I get, it's going to be black. Can't be any other color. It's got to be black. So you have these. You have the fork, the spoon, the knife. You have the chopsticks. You have also 2 straws with brushes to clean. And the most unique thing about it is you can get them engraved. Can you see that? You can get them engraved. So this is a fantastic, it can be any type of gift. It can be a birthday gift, Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthday. You can do it for bridal shower. You can divorce party, whatever. Or you can just, when you're out as friends and all, you know how y'all always want to look alike or whatever. So get your girlfriends some all the silverware. Now they don't have to be the same color. They can be their own different color, but they will be engraved with what you want. And also as a special bonus, if you would contact Forked Again, you will get a 15% discount if you use the code OZZz15. You get a 15% discount. So this is a way of making sure that you don't get sick when you go out. So 2024 has come. 2024 is going down in history for a number of reasons. You have an election that's coming up. You have always the past events that have come up. There's been so many past events that I can't even keep up with them. The only thing that is pending now is that you have an election that's coming up, and I don't think that we're taking it as serious as we should be taking it, because we have become complacent, and we come with the attitude, well, I just don't give a fuck anymore. And that is in a way I can understand why, because of situations. And then some of you have the audacity to say that, well, my vote won't count. Well, hell, you don't know if your vote will count or not because you hasn't ever voted before. So 2024 is going to be a dramatic change? Or are we going to elect individuals who are going to push us back to the 50s and 60s? And it's possible. Don't deny it, because it is possible. And if you don't think it's possible, well, then I feel sorry for you and the children that you have. Or are we going to elect individuals that are going to be progressive and push us into the next century, 2022? I think that is it. I think that's right. So it's pivotal. You have to look at the issues that are at hand. Parents, again, I don't understand. I have the most utmost respect for you, because you're working the same, but you bringing home the same, but you're not buying the same. And there has to be a change. And the change has to be that that 1% has to start paying their fair dues. Now, don't get me wrong, both parties are twins. Both both are twins. They're good people in both of them. Well, I don't know, but anyway, they're twins. So it really comes down to it. Who is the lesser of the evils? Because you have two mutants, two old white men who shouldn't even be running. You have one white man, one mutant that is just crazy as hell and is a narcissistic, and he's been honest. He's been honest. The Republican Party has been honest, and they've told us what they're going to do if they are successful in gaining control of the Senate and also the Congress, as well as the presidency, the three branches. They've already told us what they're going to do. And one good thing about Trump, he's told you what he's going to do, and the idiot has fulfilled has fulfilled what he said that he was going to do. So, or do you vote for an old tragedy old man who is feeble, but who has some type of sense and is going to keep the democracy the way that it is? So you have a dilemma. And it's a huge dilemma, because if I had my choice, I wouldn't vote for neither one of the sons of bitches. But unfortunately, I have no other choice. Now you can say, "Well, I'm not going to vote." Okay, well then don't vote, because if you don't vote, whoever still gets the majority of the votes is going to win. And I don't understand why we still have electoral college, because it is the last of the dinosaurs when it comes to the original foundation of elections. So I don't understand it. Everything else has been changed. I don't understand why we have an electoral college. I don't understand why each state cannot vote instead of voting for electors, and electors go and vote. So you have to, and see, this goes back to what I was saying. You have to know your history. You have to know your history. Do you even know why we have electoral college? Do you know the purpose of the electoral college? And to make it as simple as possible, we had electors because there was no transportation back then. So you would elect whoever from your state, they would travel to Washington, and then they would do their voting for the state. You don't need that anymore. You have computers. You have ways of now voting to where you don't even have to send people to Washington. And then on top of that, now we're going to have to listen to, well, I'm not listening to two, two idiots debating. And so, it's going to be a circus. So what are you going to do? Because see, now you have to become selfish with your vote, because you're not only voting for yourself, but you're voting for your kids. COVID has messed everyone up. COVID messed everybody up. Now the changes that we are going through now has been fast forwarded because of COVID. We go, and plus two, you have to keep in mind that the United States is still a young nation. It's still a young nation. It's 400 plus years old, whereas Europe is thousands years old. So what we're going through now, Europe has already gone through. Europe has already gone through this turmoil. So now you have individuals who are questioning, who are requiring answers to questions that should have been answered a long time ago. You have the systematic things that needs to be changed. We don't do things like we did a long time ago. We didn't do things, was it 40 years ago when I graduated in 78. We didn't have the social medias. Thank goodness for that. So things are different. Now you have where science is becoming more involved. You having where people, certain groups are wanting to be recognized and acknowledged, and in a way it's true. So you have to be aware of the issues. And again, if you have a smartphone, it's easy for you to just ask the question, what are they? And plus two, you live in Birmingham. You know what the issues of Birmingham are. You know exactly those individuals who are actually good stewards, who are doing wonderful works in the community, in their district. And then you know those individuals who aren't doing shit. And we have got to quit voting on personality. What about the experience? What about if they have receipts? What about when I say receipts, they have always been working in the community. They have always worked for the district. They know the issues, they know the problems, but they have solutions to those issues, to those problems. And it doesn't matter if somebody's granddaddy or daddy was a preacher. It doesn't matter if somebody's parents or grandparents were active in the community. It doesn't matter with these new folks, which are called name brands. They don't have the same stamina. They don't have the same vitality when it comes to the issues. They just ran on their relative's name and they got elected. And we've got to quit doing that. We've got to quit doing that. If you know, just because your daddy was a preacher, just because your granddaddy was a preacher, just because you're a preacher, everyone knows that you're a hoe. Everybody knows that you never worked in the district. Everybody knows that you probably don't even know how large your district is or what communities make up that district. You just voted for him because his daddy was a preacher. He was a preacher. Everybody knew you a hoe. So now you send him down to Montgomery, and so now you've opened the gate for him to be hoeing down there in Montgomery. You have to pay attention. You have to pay attention. You have to know exactly who is going to work for you, who is going to handle those solutions, who will come up with those solutions to help those issues. Now, what are the issues that we're facing now? School, veterans, homelessness, seniors. What about the jobs? There's no reason for people having to work 2 and 3 jobs. Raise the minimum wage. Then you have those who have degrees and who are working well, and then say, well, you know, they can't make it. It's not about you. It's not about you. You can raise the minimum wage to at least $17. And have you seen, ooh, Lord, have you seen the services that you get from the fast foods? The McDonald's that is over there, what is it, down the street from 6th Avenue Baptist Church is atrocious. That is one of the worst McDonald's I have ever visited. Then you have the Taco Bell that's located in Homewood, right across from the strip mall, right across from Zaxby's. pathetic. And the McDonald's that I knew, that I worked for 40 something years, is not the McDonald's now. They're talking on the telephone, they're socializing, they're not paying attention to the customers, they're getting the orders wrong, and they want to give you attitude. And in a way, I can understand. COVID, I'm telling you, COVID fucked us up because people became more aware that I don't have to put up with this shit. And rightfully so, you don't. And there's no good workers out there. No good workers. What is it? McDonald's over there down the street from 6th Avenue Baptist Church, across from the cemetery. Then you have the McDonald's that's, of all places, in the plantation that I call Hoover. Ooh, you would think that the white folks would have good McDonald's. You would think that, but lies. What is it? The Taco Bell. There was a, what is it? The McDonald's that's downtown from Children's Hospital. It's okay. It's okay. But we have to we have to pay attention to what is transpiring. We have to pay attention to this election coming up in 2024. When have you seen your council in the community? When have you, and those of you who are really active and you've gone to the community meetings, how many times have you seen your council person at the meeting? How many times have you seen the district folks, the representatives in Montgomery in the district? And see, that's the thing that really, really pissed me off, was that with this situation with Birmingham Southern, you have a president that was allowed to basically have no type of responsibility spending money. So it was their fault that they've gone under, but yet they did nothing when it came to the community. They were never active in the community. Birmingham Southern's never been active in the community, have never given back to the community, has never given back to Birmingham. But yet you have all these black politicians rooting and all that, saying that they need to stay open. Stay open for what? And why are you giving my money away? There are other services that need the money more than this damn white private institution. And are you going to use the same type of diligence that you use to try to save this racist white private college? Are you going to use that same diligence? Are you going to use that same spirit? Are you going to use that same fire and all to help Alabama A&M or Miles purchase the campus? And then if you really want to get petty, which I like being petty and messy, shit, I'm 64 years old. I can be petty and messy. What you going to do? So if that's well, then the mayor is allowing SEC to lease a building for $1. So if you can lease a building to SEC allegedly for $1, how come you can't help Alabama A&M or Miles lease a campus for $1 for 100 years? The campus is dilapidated. Folks claim that there are rats over there as large as gophers. I wouldn't be surprised. You have to understand the issues. You have to understand exactly what is transpiring in your neighborhood. You have to pay attention. So you elect those individuals who are not going to be in the back pockets of these white people, these mutants, and who's going to work for the community. And that lady from the representatives with them big ass glasses, somebody needs to tell her she looks like a damn bug. And just telling, anyway. So you have to pay attention to who you elect. You start at home. You elect those individuals that you know that are going to work and be diligent to make. Well, look at Avondale. Look at Avondale. The past 5 years, past 5 years. Avondale didn't look like that. Or the last 10 years, Avondale didn't look like that. Then all of a sudden you have all these restaurants opening, all these cafes opening. Now you have, where is it, Avondale Park has this little retarded looking elephant in the front. Looks like something from Winnie the Pooh. Now you have the baseball fields have always been there. So now you have a park that actually can be enjoyed. It wasn't like that when black folks lived there. So you have an influx of white folks moving in who have beautified the place. But why wasn't it done? Because they didn't have the support. The same thing that Avondale can do, any other neighborhood can do. So you start at home. You elect those individuals who know the solutions. You know what the problems are, the issues are. They have the solutions for it. They have the programs to bring about everything. As for mayor, you know, it's cute that you can do a video and you asked on how to dance. It's cute that you can do these videos and you talk about your wife and you talk about your child. And I want to hear that. Don't care about that. What are you doing for Birmingham? Because see, what I'm thinking that you're doing, you're trying to get yourself positioned in a better position so that way you can run for a higher office. Because some people think that, well, you have to be married and you have to have a child. But doesn't anybody see that it's kind of peculiar that all of a sudden, out of the blue, a woman pops up. They do this little stupid ass dance. Then all of a sudden, she's on this huge magazine. And then all of a sudden, it's a publicity about this huge marriage. Then all of a sudden, boop, here's a baby. Now, I understand. Ray Ray has a fantastic personality, from what I understand. He's friendly, you know, but he's not a good administrator. He's an actor, or he's a wannabe actor. There's no reason for Birmingham to be in the position or the shape that it's in. You've had two camps. You've had Kincaid and Bell. Then you had Arrington and Langford. Now, if you were to know your history, you would know things progressed quicker and happened better when Arrington and Langford was there. Arrington bought the land, bought the tracts of land over there where the summit is, to box in Vestavia, Mountain Brook, and Homewood. People will argue, well, so the summit is in home. No, it's not. The summit's in Birmingham. The taxes that are paid at the summit goes to Birmingham. Arrington knew exactly what he was doing when he bought those tracts of land. He bought those tracts of land to block in the plantation that are called Hoover, the twins, which are Mountain Brook and Homewood, and the bits, which are classified as Vestavia. So he boxed them in. They can't expand unless they annex. And what is it? I think Vestavia annexed Cahaba Heights, but they can't expand. Langford had wonderful ideas. He had that 1 cent sales tax that all the high schools will, the money that was generated from that one sales tax, high schools were built. Then he has a blueprint to have the monorail system from Birmingham to Atlanta. He has the blueprint to have the Port of Birmingham, which is on the Tom-Bigby waterway. Now, under Kincaid and Bell's administration, nothing happened. Kincaid allegedly fired the grant person. You see, we had a wonderful grant person who knew exactly what they were doing and was making money for writing those grants. Because if you know anything about grants, if you know how to write a grant, you can make money. So because of this grant money, allegedly, this grant writer making money, he fired him. So Ray has two camps. Which camp do you want to belong in? Do you want to belong in Arrington and Langford's camp, or do you want to belong in Kincaid's and Bell's camp? Because you have the blueprint for Birmingham to be successful, for Birmingham to have revenue to come in. So it's pivotal. It's extremely important that you find an individual who's going to represent you, your interest, and make your district, make your community, make your city as well as better as what it is. And it can be done. It can be done. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you allowing me to come in. Have a wonderful Tuesday. If you have not done so, please like, follow, share, and subscribe to Smash Bros Radio. If you have not done so, please download our app. We appreciate you. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook as well as YouTube. So please check us out. As for me, you can find me practically everywhere. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So I appreciate you. Have a wonderful time, wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Know your value. Know your worth. Know that you are able and capable of doing things for yourself. And most importantly, know that I love you more than I love myself. I'll see y'all Wednesday. Y'all take care.